I got it.
Starting route to Inkster Road. Proceed to West 7 Mile Road. Then take the first right.
4:54.
It's 4:54.
In about 2 miles, turn right onto James Cousins Freeway.
That's where we'll punch out when we get there. Okay?
Yep.
So let's put this job as the last job. 7 mile. On that, and then we'll punch out when we get to
Inkster.
Yep.
Total jobs.
Oh shit. That was track 40. Yes. Get it done. Okay, wait till we get there, and then you can copy it.
Of course.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
I like it.
Or, but here's the thing. Even if, okay, and again, if you're Michigan, pick a player you want to keep. I'm trying to be inclusive. I'm trying to be inclusive, not exclusive. But if you're Michigan State, okay, let's say you keep Childs and Marsh. That doesn't make you better. You have to keep plus add. MSU has no mechanism in place that any fan knows what to do or where to go, and there's no connectivity between university and donors on a real fundraising. Like there should be something called like the DefWoo Fund, and we're raising $20 million next year to buy a team. Like there's nothing. No.
You are hitting it, and that's the problem at MSU is there needs to be that collective. There needs to be that central place where you know I can go and donate. Like Indiana, where it's like, oh, look what Indiana football. You know what Indiana did? They held something called All In for In. And they raised money. And that helped fund their football team. But yeah, it was called All In for In. MSU needs to do something like that.
Oh, and again, I know this is probably lazy to some, but this is how I think about it. Just because the school can't directly pay doesn't mean that the athletic directors are off the hook to spearhead these movements. And whether it's Ward or Alan Haller, I don't have a great amount of faith in either guy. Like, if I'm Alan Haller, my job is to find, okay, how do I connect football program and coach needs with high-level donor university outreach? Guys, we have to get on the same page or we're all getting fired.
Yeah, happened at Pittsburgh. They had the AD. She was a great AD. Wasn't a great fundraiser, and they fired her.
That's it. And until I see it from Alan, not interested. All right, good. So this was uplifting. It's 60 and sunny, and here I am upset. Thanks, Rico.
No, Mike, it's called passion.
9797. We are getting to the phones next. 97.1.
97.1, The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center, sponsored by Alta Equipment and Takeuchi. Hopefully you're nowhere near southbound 75. This is at Springwells. All of the lanes are closed down because of this accident. You do have delays already to begin with the construction slated across that area. Then there's the crash along eastbound I-94 ramp to M10 North. Right shoulder and freeway ramp are blocked there. Of course, I'll let you know when everything is out of your way. Take advantage of 0% financing on Takeuchi Compact Equipment. Dig, load, haul, save. Learn more at altaequipment.com. I'm Val Beery with traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Earn extra fuel points and save even more at the pump. You can earn 4 times the fuel points on your grocery purchase this Friday with your digital coupon. Download your coupon on our website.
When you're eating McDonald's Spicy Chicken McNuggets, take a moment to appreciate that they're back. And while you may be eager to reach for another McNugget, take a moment to let the spice settle. Because the lightly breaded tempura and blend of aged cayenne aren't just spicy, they're worth it. You can order ahead on the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time, McD app download and registration required.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good? Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Shop Dell Technologies' early holiday savings event for their lowest prices of the year. The future is on sale today.
At the next light, turn right.
Select PCs like the XPS 16 that accelerate AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. Early holiday savings is their biggest sale of the year and the best time to upgrade. But it's only here for a limited time. Shop now at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
At the light, turn right onto James Cousins Freeway, then keep left to merge onto M10 North.
Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Use the left lane to keep left to merge onto M10 North.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 11/16, in-store only. The Valenti and Rico Show is presented by Femininio Law. Go to GetDavidGetPaid.com.
All right, straight to the people. Great response to this, and it's something I think it resonates with the college football fan.
In 8.5 miles, turn right onto Inkster Road.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that Michigan this year had better players than Michigan State, and
because we would have been home already.
And especially on the offensive side of the ball, they were anemic. It's putting at 4 or 5 first, second round players. And now Moore's all in. He's up with lots of high profile players. A lot have committed. And if he doesn't make changes on the offensive side of the ball, it isn't going to matter. Because
I think what you're bringing up, Dana, is super interesting. Is and I know we're feeling it at Michigan State. You don't have time. Like in the NFL, coaches get fired after a year and a half. And I don't know if that's going to happen in college football, but you're right. Like if Sharon doesn't deliver a really nice year next year, what's the conversation?
Yeah, I mean, it's great that he can recruit, and I think he can, and I think the collective has gotten it together. I mean, they're all in on Bryce. You may not get him, but, look at somebody. I do believe
I
that.
love that you're trying. I mean, if you're a Michigan fan coming off the last 3 years you had, how can't you be in that conversation? The kid plays 20 minutes from your campus. So you're right. I mean, you're doing what you need to do. It seems.
Yeah, but without some changes on the offensive side, I don't think it'll matter. They have 2 first-rounders, 4 second-rounders.
Yeah, I think you got 4 players you could comfortably say will be drafted in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
3 that to me are first-round picks. I mean, I think Will Johnson, Mason Graham, Colston Loveland. Kenneth Grant's probably more of a second-round pick to me.
Exactly. And I just, I don't think they should have been that bad. That's my point.
No, and appreciate the call. But I think part of the problem is Michigan maybe has a conflict of identity.
No.
Like they don't want to do certain. I mean, rampant cheating was no problem for them. But like this is a bridge too far.
No.
David, throw the flag.
No, I think that they had, it was more of their own arrogance of, we're good with the quarterbacks that we have. If Michigan had just a mediocre quarterback, Mike, you probably would have saw their name last night. They would have been somewhere. If they were not in the top 12, they would have been in the top 20.
It's fair, because Big Ten's terrible.
Right.
For Michigan State, I just don't think there's anyone driving the bus. Don't take that as an insult. Rico, I don't think there's any leadership. I don't think we have serious business people. I don't think Alan Haller's a visionary. And look, let's face it. If they don't want to be great, well, it's not going to happen through osmosis here. It's not going to be a miracle. Michigan State's a hard place to win big, and I see nothing right now.
I think
nothing. I like John.
In order for Michigan State to do this, I think you need everybody on the same page, and I think there's too many people with their own agendas up there. That you need everybody just to come together and collectively come together and get a collective.
Would love to see it. Have no evidence of it. Let's go to John, 97.1. Johnny, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, Mike and Rico? How y'all doing today?
Hey, John. Okay, John. Where are you at?
Speed check reported ahead on John C. Lodge Freeway.
Well, let me first say that I am a Michigan fan, so full disclosure. And I do think that, hey, I understand the world of pay to play that we're living in college football right now. That's just the reality, although I don't particularly like it. But if I were to
that's much better.
Both programs in Michigan State, I think that Jonathan Smith deserves just a
15 so that they don't complain.
Together than Sharon Moore for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's coming from a completely different conference.
That's more like it.
With West Virginia and all of that good stuff. There's no excuse for Sharon Moore because you were in this program. You understand what I'm saying? You were in this program. You knew what that quarterback depth chart looked like after J.J. McCarthy, and you did nothing to address it. That's unforgivable to me.
Yeah. No, and listen, let me be clear to you. No one is running Jonathan Smith out on the green and white side. What we're talking about is you don't get 4 or 5 years anymore. You just don't. And I'm not going to be mad. I mean, John, how could I be mad at a Spartan who sat there and spent money to go to those games? Or worse, has contributed to the mysterious NIL that you can't find with 2 hands and a flashlight, and you see Indiana undefeated in the playoff. And you're sitting here, and it's like, John, you know what it is? It's the NFL, John.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
We have NFLized this college football, and I certainly understand that you don't get a lot of time. I just think that if I were to look at the two, Jonathan Smith should get a little more time than Sharon Moore.
Agree.
I was begging for when Cam Ward made it known that he was hitting the transfer portal. I was screaming to him to pick up the phone and call him. And looking at what he's doing in Miami, man.
But again, you had to be willing to pay the better part of $3 million.
Yeah. Like
once the timer goes off, when I punch out, I just say go.
See, John, that's why I say
you're gonna hit stop this time.
This time.
If Bryce Underwood gets his money, gets his money. But if I'm Michigan, I'm going out to pay the best quarterback who's already in college. Not getting a high school.
I certainly agree with that. I think you got a more proven track record than a guy coming straight into high school. I certainly agree with that.
We're good.
The problem is that if he did nothing,
tell me what to do.
You were the offensive
Not until we
coordinator.
get there.
You knew what the
Until we
executive
get to,
depth chart looked like. And
what do you
did
call it?
nothing.
Yep. I think with Sharon next year, you'll know everything
Correct.
you need to know. For Michigan State, it's certainly
You got to get 3
more
offensive linemen.
Look at
Good.
that.
Gridlock.
No, you're
Yep.
right, but everyone's looking for it.
Stay in the right 3 lanes.
They're busy paying people in John's Steak and Onion. They're not serious. Mike Bagel Fragel, all you can eat.
Stay off 696.
I think they really look kind of like
Rico.
Michigan realizes they need a quarterback. I think MSU realizes we need at least 3 O-linemen while we're developing these younger guys.
A&M's offering $750,000 to an offensive tackle. MSU's offering a gift certificate to Flat's Grill.
You know, Jersey Giants pretty good.
Yeah, Pinball Pete's. All right, and let me do this. Let me give Eddie the last word and we'll move on, okay, fellas? Eddie, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Hey, Eddie.
Good, Eddie. What's up?
Hey, you know what? You guys are making some good points, and what you guys are talking about, I felt like this for a long time. You know, Michigan's arrogance. And when you go back, the last, I think, 3 or 4 years, they had 3 5-star quarterbacks in this state, and they let every last one of them get away. And when you go back and look at Michigan last year, you think about every time they brought in, this Alex Orji. You never saw him throw the ball. And I believe the reason being because they knew he couldn't throw the ball. But see, the thing is, they're all in with Bryce Underwood. If they don't change that offense, it doesn't really matter. He can come here, and if you're not throwing the ball or at least have a balanced offense, what difference does it make? You have to be willing to change that offense. They can't get good receivers because who wants to come here and you're not going to throw the ball? If you don't ask you guys this, if your son was a 5-star quarterback or a 5-star receiver, would you want him going to Michigan?
No. Take the Michigan State stuff aside. Absolutely not. No, I mean, I'm going to Ole Miss or I'm going to
Eddie.
Georgia.
Eddie, think about this. You had Nico Collins. You didn't use him.
Oh, boy.
Exactly. And to that point, at that time, you had Nico Collins, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Tariq Black. And you didn't use them. You didn't use them. And the thing about that, Michigan had, with those 3 receivers, they had mismatches all over the field and did not...
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Yeah, listen, now and we're up against it. Bottom line, you won it all last year playing 1940s football. That's great. But moving forward, you're right. There does have to be
a cop.
A shift. Yeah. And I do think, listen, at least you guys have some evidence that you're getting serious about NIL and doing it right. And I commend you for going after Underwood. No idea if it'll work. No idea if the kid's any good. I happen to share Rico's perspective. I'd rather get a kid who's good for another school now. But for Michigan State, please. Hey, here's a gift certificate to Bilbo's Pizza. I mean, it's just
yeah, it's probably a police officer.
Yeah.
It's LS Taco.
Okay. Roofing companies, lots of negative reviews. Not Victor's, though, because they've solved the problem. Customer service. And they have it with a project manager. Every roof they install, the project manager is your concierge. You call them, they answer. You have a question, they have an answer. And then they guarantee a perfect installation because they're the manager for the actual work being done to your house. That's why at Victor's you get a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. You'll be hard-pressed to find another company that can offer you more than 5, frankly. Call today. Set up that free 21-point roof inspection and estimate 734-773-1100. That's 734-773-1100. Or book that appointment online at victors.com.
Fishbones. Want to go to Fishbones?
No.
At the next light, turn right.
Odyssey Sports Minute, the college football playoff rankings. Despite everything else going on, people actually are somehow managing to get all bent about the first batch of rankings of the 12-team playoff era. Shocking, I know. People are angry about CFP rankings. Here comes another stunner. The rankings aren't that good either. Yeah, I know. Who could believe that? I'm Jim Rome.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new?
Staples' proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the
At the light, turn right onto Inkster Road.
How are we going to get through this?
And cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza
gotta be an
to buy one, get one wings. Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
447.
In about 1.5 miles, turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
You see people, it just gives you that sense of community and that sense of you're not alone.
Where's this going to?
I'm not sure.
I wasn't sure what to expect coming back. I wanted a new future. I just went online and I applied. Come back because it's your future.
Join us today at hfcc.edu. Henry Ford College, future driven.
Hi, I'm Nicholas from Stump Demolition and Land Clearing. If you're a homeowner or developer with ugly brush, buckthorn, and bad trees you need cleared, right now we'll clear it for under $5,000 an acre.
Right?
All ugly brush gone, all buckthorn gone, even every tree under 20 inches in diameter gone, down to mulch for under $5,000 an acre. Have less than an acre? Fine, you'll pay even less. Have more than an acre? I'll clear 50 acres. There's a big difference when you call Stump Demolition and...
Alright, got it.
Okay, set a timer. Or on the, not a timer, but
set a timer for what?
I just want to see how long it takes us.
We'll clear all that ugly brush, buckthorn, and every tree under 20 inches in diameter for under $5,000 an acre. Have less than an acre. Have less than an acre? Great. Have more than an acre? Even better. Here's my number, 248-688-8332. That's 688-8332. 688-8332. Or go to stumpdemolition.com.
When it comes to slip and fall cases, specialization matters. Recently, Michigan slip and fall lawyers recovered $1 million for a woman after 4 other law firms told her she had no case. That's when Michigan slip and fall lawyers stepped in. The result? We recovered $1 million. If you've been injured in a slip and fall accident, you need a law firm that specializes in slip and falls. Michigan slip and fall lawyers. Go to falllaw.com now for your free
and
consultation.
try to piss people off to get everyone to react.
I need to check it. Because I think there might be pornography.
Is to piss people off to get everyone to react.
And I'm going to have to call the police.
All right, let's touch the table on some football. A lot going on with the NFL.
We're okay, at least.
David Muse.
I'm okay.
It can't just be
punched
about
out at 4:45.
Actually, I do. I can't believe it. It's whatever
pretty
I
average.
say it is.
Yep, that's pretty good.
In football today, brought to you by Hungry House.
Right?
Right, there is a lot going on post-NFL trade deadline. We'll wrap that up in a second.
See how
There's
many
a couple of
minutes
things I want to get to first here because there's an interesting quote here from the Browns GM. He was asked if the possibility that Watson will come back and play quarterback for the Browns.
Because we're going to have to deal with Scotch.
Yeah, I think that's always possible. First of all, he's on a guaranteed contract. Your dead cap will be $172 million next year. Are they really just going to sit him on the bench and pay him $172 million next year?
No. Rico, you want to take lead? Yeah, they're not going to sit him, David. I thought maybe Jameis could usurp him and take the job, but Jameis came back down to earth. You got no other choices. So, yes, eventually you're just going to spin the wheel and hope that one of these guys can lead you to victory. Of course he's going to be back. For me, I think it's bad leadership on his part. I think the way you answer the question is you just say straight up, he's got such a long road injury-wise. Guys, I'm not ready to address that right now. We'll focus on his health. We got a season to finish. We'll deal with that in the offseason. I think when you answer things like that, you just open up so much speculation. But again, maybe I'm just overly critical of it.
So let's get to Marvin Harrison Jr. because there's also a quote from him. He was talking about some things. They asked him a question, and he said, quote,
I just want to be great so bad that it constantly pushes him forward. He said, I just want to be successful. What is really the problem there in Arizona with their usage of him?
Honestly, I think that it's a bad combination between him and Kyler Murray because both guys are weird. And that's not like weird in a bad way. Like, you know, they're both kind of aloof where you needed one to kind of be the alpha and say, hey, we're going to get good. Me and you are going to practice. You got Murray doing the Call of Duty, and you got Marvin Harrison, who's Mike, just covering him from Ohio State. He's a different kind of cat. Putting those two together, I don't even know if outside of football they've spent 10 minutes together in the same room.
Here's the thing, they're winning without him. So it's a little bit of a difficult situation. So, look, I think long-term, clearly, he's going to be a very good football player. But in the short term, they're not going to upset the apple cart of what they're doing. They're winning. And I look, here, if I had to bet, will Harrison have a breakout back half of the season? My answer would be yes. There's too much pedigree, too much talent, too much. It'll happen. He's still a rookie. So I'm willing to be a little more patient.
And then what I'll do here is I'll ask a question, because I know what Rico's philosophy is here on wide receivers being drafted in the first round. They're a dime a dozen. But with what you're seeing this year is not a lot having an impact immediately. So, Mike, are you leaning towards Rico's idea of basically not drafting them in the first round?
It's just such a case-by-case thing for me. But overall, I do think Rico might be onto something. How about that? I'm not trying to cop out. But sometimes certain prospects, it does jump out at you where you go, you know what? Nope, this dude's different.
Julio, right. Chase.
Yeah,
right.
Like Rico is on to something, though. He is.
Right, there's a couple of guys that you just know, yep, you're going to take him within the top 5 picks. But when there's 5 of them coming out.
Okay, let me give you a real-life example that's very personal to me. Does Malik Neighbors affect winning? No. What would have had a bigger effect for the Giants? Drafting an elite tackle, or an elite pass rusher, or an elite corner, or Malik Neighbors? So to Rico's point, like, the wide receiver is not going to lift you out of the depths. I think they're nice to have, and you can find them later. My opinion up top is if you're not taking a quarterback, you take a big person.
Yes.
I want big people that can hurt me.
A tackle or, a defensive edge, a rush edge. Because here's the thing. The wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver, you could probably say it has the biggest impact, came late in the draft. Late in the first round, Xavier Worthy.
Sure.
Or Keon Coleman, who came in the second round. Why? They have quarterbacks. So you can't have a bad team and a new receiver and expect a lot out of that one.
You're not wrong. I hate saying it. You're not wrong.
So let's get to this conversation here that's to kind of lean into the post-draft situation, which was Bryce Young has just now been named the starter again for this Sunday. But there was a report out there that multiple teams reached out regarding Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson, also for the Indianapolis Colts. Does that, they didn't trade them, but does that lean to they'll be moving on from both of these guys in the offseason?
Yes. Now, for the Colts, it'll be more difficult because they might be a playoff team. But for Carolina, guys, there's precedent already. Look how fast, the Cardinals moved on from Josh Rosen. If Carolina ends up with the top pick in the draft and they have their choice of the quarterbacks, they're taking one. Yes, at least that's how I see it.
Yeah, because, you don't wait 5 years. You don't let the quarterback develop anymore. As soon as you see, you know what, this is not going to be the guy for me, you just, we're going to go ahead and cut you. We're going to release you. We're going to move on. You think about the top pick that the Jets had. I'm blanking on his name, the quarterback.
Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson.
Pick
a Jet.
Yeah, you're right. But Zach Wilson, and, he's going to, we all saw his workout, and it was like, and then he was no good. You move on. I think Anthony Richardson probably would have went for a higher price because there's still a little bit of an unknown factor. He's often injured, but Bryce, I think Bryce is going to go down that road of a Sam Darnold where he's going to be a career backup for a while unless he strikes gold and gets to that perfect situation.
Only one team in the league has stayed with a dead guy for 6 years. Mine.
I just hate to see it. So let's close it out here because
pick a quarterback.
You're right, Mark Sanchez.
I'm like, gosh, you're right.
Quarterback.
Up next, Christian Hackenberg.
Geno Smith.
Chad Pennington.
Keep going.
I played his game all day.
So I went through a few articles, and of course, everyone wants to do their winners and losers. There's just one of each I want to focus on here that I found interesting. The winner, the Chiefs' chance of three-peating. Here's why they say this. Because you saw what Hopkins did on Monday night, but what it allowed was Travis Kelce to hit 100 yards for the first time this regular season. It's opened up things in their offense, which gives their chance of repeating or three-peating a chance.
I'll agree with that because it gives you a viable option. Xavier Worthy is fast, but I don't know if he's a difference maker. But now you need to know where Hopkins is at all times, which means I can't just focus on Kelce. And he did benefit from because now you're just getting that one-on-one coverage. You're not bracketing him. You're not taking him out of the game because if you did, Hopkins started beating you. So at that point, it was like, okay, the Bucs, we got to pick our poison here. And they said, I'd rather have Kelce because he's not going to at least beat us deep.
I hate everything. Both Rico's right, and the Chiefs are back.
Yeah, it is nauseating.
Take me, Lord. I am ready to meet you.
And then the one loser I wanted to focus on was C.J. Stroud because he has faced a ton of pressure this year. They didn't do anything to fix it, thinking that their scheme can fix it. The Texans right now rank bottom 5 in both pass block win rate and rush block win rate. That's a loser.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, it's like when you talk to Lion fans. I mean, edge rushers don't grow on trees. How many edges got traded at this deadline? All right, now do the exercise with tackles or guards. Like, it just doesn't happen. I think a bigger part of this is Nico Collins coming back healthy, which by all accounts he's been cleared and may play Sunday. They need Nico Collins desperately.
And also, I don't know if you saw their uniforms with the hydrochrome helmets.
All red? Yeah.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I like them a lot.
They look real
nice. They
nice.
won't matter. Hey, it's a good thing they're nice because it's just like when you die. You're going to get buried in a nice suit.
No, they'll look nice in the win on Sunday.
No. Lions win every game by 700. I'm done. I'm not standing in the way of this freight train anymore.
Seriously, Mike, just 700? I wish you would believe in this team.
Alt line. Lions minus 19.5. Let's go.
I'm 21.5.
Okay. Hater.
All right. That is in football today.
Right there?
Yeah, I see him. I see him talking to one of the teachers.
From the WWJ 24-Hour Traffic Center, sponsored by Sarah Chevrolet Sterling Heights. Still looking at this accident that has completely shut down much of southbound 75 at Springwells. You do have police on scene. Remember, there's already construction in the area. I'll let you know the moment this all reopens. Also, eastbound I-94, that ramp to M10 North, that is still blocked off, at least the ramp, the right shoulder, and you do have police on scene with the assist. Sarah Chevrolet Sterling Heights, where they guarantee the lowest prices, or it's free. At 17.5 in Van Dyke and Sterling Heights, get the best deals of all when you visit saysarah.com. Together, let's drive. See dealer for details and get there fast, because all offers end soon. I'm Val Berry with traffic.
Northville Lumber stocks all Trex decking and railing colors all the time. And right now, you can get Trex decking as low as $1.59 per foot. No one can beat that price. There's a reason builders, remodelers, and homeowners buy more Trex decking and railing from Northville Lumber than anywhere else. Northville Lumber has experts on staff, the largest selection in stock, and the lowest prices. Visit Northville Lumber and see Trex decking, railing, and lighting. You can talk to an expert and take home some Trex color samples. Call Northville Lumber now or visit northvillelumber.com.
Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's handmade vodka was distilled in the heart of Austin, Texas. Since then, its roots have stayed put, and its vodka continues to be made on the same land where Tito built his dream. a distillery called Mockingbird that houses a simple vodka with a spirit the size of Texas and as good as the day it was born. Learn more about the Tito's story at titosvodka.com. Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
You had already been home by now. You know that.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi.
We
my
made a
entire
deal.
family's obsessed with all things Wicked, but my kids can't stop watching the trailer, and now they're having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Do you think our internet can handle all of the streaming and memeing going on?
Well, we've engineered our Xfinity gateways to handle hundreds of devices at once, so they can all stay magically connected.
Wow. Are you a wizard?
I wish. No, just someone that won't let a bad connection burst your internet bubble. Now through December 22nd, get Thrillifyingly fast 150 megabit Xfinity internet for just $35 a month for 12 months with no annual contract and free Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com to switch today. Keep the magic going from your screen to the big screen. And see Wicked. Only in theaters November 22nd. Restrictions apply. Requires crypto on an unregistered bank account. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. After promo, regular rates apply. Currently $56 a month for internet service and $15 for Wi-Fi equipment. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Tune in this week to kick off with Boomer and Valenti to hear the Sims Spotlight featuring Super Bowl winning quarterback Phil Simms. Brought to you by Balance of Nature. Balance of Nature supplements. Changing the world one life at a time.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable life insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Whether it's cards, shoes, comics, or jerseys, if you can collect it, Kang will talk about it on the Kang Collects podcast. Download on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey sports station. Sports headlines. All day, every day.
Well,
from the
traffic's
Corwell
pretty
Health
much
Sports
died
Desk.
down.
This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by 24 Seconds Bar and Grill. MLB agent Scott Boras spoke with reporters at the GM meetings about the future of Tarek Skubal, his client in Detroit. Quote, Scott Harris and I are going to continue to talk about him. Certainly we'll go through the arbitration process. We'll be, I'm sure, discussing contract, end quote. The Pistons are back at it tonight against Charlotte on the road. Cade Cunningham is coming off his third career triple-double. He talked about Jaden Ivey's growth this year.
He's playing for others. He's always been super selfless as far as doing whatever it takes for the team. But, he's using his speed to penetrate and, make the defense collapse, find the guys on time, on target. We're giving him space and opportunity to do what he does.